Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we take flights in the A320neo in Ellinair colours on flights from here in Athens to Larnaca. So it's a 1 hour and 25ish minute flight today, flying in Greece's second largest airline behind it's going to annoy me now, it's really embarrassing, Greece's national airline. Aegean, behind Aegean and Olympic, and yeah, so one of the biggest charter airlines, now becoming a commercial main hold. Based out of Thessaloniki, but they're taking flights on a trip to Larnaca. So jump the cockpit, set the aircraft up, and prepare ourselves now for flighting. So, overhead panel, batteries on, sets the RS to nav. Fuel truck, just in time. Right, so fuel required today, let's us pop that open. Let's go to the flight plan and let's get going. So, fuel required 16,343. 16,343. 36-35% will do. Okay, 35% fuel tank's full, thank you very much. We'll turn the fuel once on now since the aircraft has been filled up. We'll turn the power on. Set the temperature up to about the midpoint inside the aircraft. On the engine bleeds, cruise quite active, emergency lights armed, nav lights on, strobes automatic, automatic smoking, and seatbelts on, so we have now filled the aircraft up. Right, let's jump to the MCDU and let's start programming our flights today. Starting off with our departure airport, Lima Golf Alpha Victor. Our arrival airport, Lima Charlie Lima Kilo, I believe it is. LTLK, yes it is, perfect. So plug you in. So I'm running up for a bit as well. Let's plug in our flight number today, which is Echo Lima 229er. And our cosmetics of 28. Cruising altitude today is flight level 350, 35,000 feet. Enter the IRS, we will align reference and confirm. Right, that's all going. So I'll jump to the next page, enter program our weights. So zero fuel weight is going to be 48.8. Our centre of gravity is 22.9. Our block fuel on board is 7.44, 7.4. And with that, our initialisation is now complete. Let's greet our passengers, shall we? Let's welcome on board. So we are flying from Athens to Larnaca. Our flight number is Echo Lima 229er, cruising at 35,000, flight time at 1:25, with a departure in about 24 minutes time to finish this. Flying an A320neo with 132 people on board. We don't have Wi-Fi, we don't have entertainment, we don't have boarding music. We have got an internet safe demo, took a little bit of sourcing, but we managed to find one in the end. Got snack service, we don't get a meal service such as short flights. And with that, let's now start the boarding process. And while they board, let's program our routing. So, starting our first waypoint, which shall be Crow, Kilo, Romeo, Oscar. Plug that in. And the U. From Crow we fly to Milas. And then it's PACX. Morris, Dahl, and finally Bonnek. So insert that. Once the IRS is aligned, we'll be able to do a quick check of the flight plan once it happens. But until then, let's greet passengers, shall we? Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome aboard this Ellinair flight 229 from Athens to Larnaca. Flight on today is 1 hour and 25 minutes, and so far looking good. A few clouds on departure, but should clear up quite nicely as we head to the east. Should get some very good sunset views on the way trip today, so certainly enjoy that. Otherwise, any questions, speak to camera crew today. Otherwise, we sit back, relax, enjoy flight with us today. So, greetings passengers.
Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome aboard this
the panels now, lighting, so flight director on and on. There's no ATC, just recon right now, so we'll do everything on voice. In that case, let's grab the meter information. Lima Golf Alpha Victor. So 0306 knots. So it's quite calm winds. 03 right. We are active runway departure. Plus invisibility. Few clouds 2,500. Broken at 7,000. 12 degrees centigrade 2.8. QNH 1016. So set all up now. 1016. That's fine. Our cruising altitude 35,000. We'll climb at a rate of 3,500 feet per minute. So set up as well. And our cruising speed, well, initial speed will be 250 below 10,000. Turn up brightness. Right, there we go. So, there's now one more thing for me to do, which is set up our departure and all that. First of all, I need to set up the autopilot. So, set you to Tara, you go to automatic. You get set to predictive wind shear automatic. Right, so departing runway 03 right via the Kilo Romeo Oscar 1 Juliet. U. No transition, set you inside that. And finally, performance. So, we will use flaps 1 for takeoff. Flex temp is 70, nope, 86. And V speeds, we will set 124, 125 rotate, and 129 V2. So quite a light aircraft today in comparison. Though to be fair, we are running with quite well, 132 passenger aboard, so there's only a full aeroplane.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome
Therefore,
you
plenty of space for people to sit around. Let's go through the boarding list quickly, see any passengers on here. Any Jareds, anyone I recognise, let's have a quick look.
If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be
Nope,
happy to assist you.
all relatively calm
If
today.
the overhead bin is full, please
All
make sure you
relatively
close it as a
calm,
courtesy
which
to other
good to see.
passengers.
Right,
Please
that's
double
fine.
check that
I'm
all
just
your
wishing
items
to
are
want
put
to just
away
make
so that
Unicom
the
as well
items
while we're
clear
here.
and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please leave the exit seating responsibilities in the card.
Get rid of you, get rid of you. We will get rid of you, minimise that, close you. Right, so let's have a look around. See the Iberia aircraft to our left, to our right. Nothing with view of the mountains. Flex temp twisted, it was too high. Hang on, let me double check my flex temp 2 seconds. Quick look, 125. Hang on, I've messed up my numbers slightly. That makes more sense. Okay, right, so actually flex temp today is 76. That should be a bit nicer. Same numbers, but 76 makes more sense. Right, okay, that's all set up. Passengers boarding, that's all fine. That's all fine. Flight time at 1 hour and 25 minutes today. 1 hour and 25 minutes. We'll start the APU up while we wait as well. Passengers are boarding, so that shouldn't take us too long. That's the Iberia here as well. Iberia, an airline that are commonly found in Spain, part of IAG, same company owns British Airways, and yeah, it should be alright. Yes, also delete the user waypoint. Didn't realize you could delete user point before. I also had more of a static point that just existed, but no, actually that point you can actually remove from this listing. AP starting, passengers boarding, shouldn't be too long now until we are cleared to go. Aircraft just departed from 03 right, 738. I can spot them on the climb out. Answer is yes, right there. Not too bad, Aroke. Not too bad. It's Thursday, so coming towards the end of the week now. And yeah, for this plan, should be a rather good weekend this. Back in the trains, and that the lockdown in the UK has come to an end. As the sun is setting right now, you get some rather fantastic sunsets during the mid-portion of our cruise. So that's something also for us to keep an eye out for and enjoy when we depart. That's coming through something now we're ready now, which is good to hear. APU is almost available. Wait for that light to turn green on the start switch. Which will confirm. There you go, last passenger seated. Got quite a few empty seats, a couple of empty rows as well. There we go, a few scattering passengers, so that's the a bit of distancing going on in the cabin. Not too full today, should be more than fine. Make sure my seat signs turn on as well. There we go, that's fine. APU is now available. Bleed on, give a few seconds to power through the systems, and external power off. Perfect. That's fine. So over to the engine page now. Do a quick file check of the systems, make sure I'm happy with everything as they are. Answer is yes, I am happy with that. And so let us now prepare for push and start. Right, so we call the tug over. Jet bridge now moves out of the way. We'll announce on Unicom that we're going to push and start from gates now.
Flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 25 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large.
We're now waiting for the push button to apply a little bit of pressure onto the nose gear, and then you release parking brake. Not yet, Tom. No VNAV just yet. There's one aircraft established near us, so they're probably going to land before we take off. Parking brake released, engine ignition on, engine 1 starts. They're probably going to land before we depart. If not, we'll hold short for them. So we're now pushing back. You can see a vehicle over there just slowly coming towards us. Hope they'll wait. Or they speed in front of us. Let's see what they go for. Nope, they held. Smart choice. So Ellinair, like I said, they're the second largest airline in Greece behind Olympic Aegean. And so you never know, might see a lot more of them in the future as they continue to expand. They're certainly the fastest growing company in the country as recent votes. And so exciting stuff for them in the future. That is a Ellinair safety demo in the background. Not too loud, but certainly one you can hear. Engine is almost ready. 18, there you go. Engine 1 is available. Engine 2 starts. Going to request a turn to the left now. We are using the pushback helper add-on now, so no more switching via ATC. For the turns, now do it integrated directly into the sim. Very useful tool that actually. I will say thank you to you guys for pushing me to finally use it. Very useful, very handy indeed. Took a kind of learn the timings and all that, but the more you use it, the better you get. Tug is pushed back, well, tug's now clearing. Do a quick flight control check, make sure everything is running live. So elevators check, ailerons check, rudder check, speed brakes check. Brakes armed, flaps 1, brake sets to max. Engine is available, so we'll turn off the ignition, turn off the APU, turn on the taxi lights, parking brake released, and let's now make our way over to the runway. Looks like the Iberia's over there filling up, so he'll be departing in a couple of minutes anyway. And keep an eye out on the airplane coming to land. Steer through right, a few clouds cover, but we can make sure that we're not impeding on their airspace. I don't think they've landed yet. No, they haven't, so definitely keep an eye out for that. No, so Ellinair don't fly Athens to Larnaca. They do Thessaloniki to Larnaca, But today's flight was a request flight from one of my channel's members, and so in terms of membership channel requests, I'll generally keep to them. I mean, Ellinair to Larnaca from Athens, probably not too far away anyway. I'm going to remove Pradam, not so much because I'm against Turkey, more because he's just spamming in the chat right now. I'm sure that's just annoying to everyone. But yeah, like I say, Ellinair, they're a fast-growing airline, and so I'm sure there'll be someone growing very soon. There you go, safety briefing is now complete. Yes, I've got a Discord server, link to that is in the description. So a quick pre-takeoff checklist, so forward cabin check, takeoff config set. And with that, our pre-takeoff checklist is now complete. We'll hold short, we'll look at message to ask where they are. Depending on how close to the runway they are, will they make a departure or stay put for a couple of minutes. Custom sceneries, no custody straight, all defaults in the sim. I did get Amsterdam Schiphol a couple of weeks ago, but I can just see them now up there. I've done Schiphol not too long ago, so we'll definitely do more Schiphol in the future, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. Also, running with 32 gigs of RAM now, so recently, or very recently actually, this week I upgraded from 16 gigs to 32. I must say, Microsoft Flight Sim has been running a lot smoother since then. So a massive, massive, massive thank you to everyone on the support channel. Without you guys, I'd never been able to do that. So seriously, thank you very much for the support you've shown me recently. It's been truly, truly phenomenal. You guys are all stars. Where does plane go? Is he overtaken? Oh yeah, he's over there actually. Already missed him. Right, he's almost down. Cabin crew, seats for departure please, seats for departure. Cabin crew, seats for departure please, seats for departure. So I'm going to tag into position holds. We're now going to wait for that guy to clear the runway before we depart. Also make sure we turn on the takeoff lights. There we go. Fortunately with Athens, we've got a very, very long runway here, so it shouldn't take us too long to speed up and depart. Right. Let's quickly spot the other aeroplane. They are... Is that them on the end there? No, that's a tree actually. So there's British Airways there, Speedway 105. So I'll ask them if they're clear of the runway. If they are, we'll get going. Zero for vacated. Nice. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. So, throttle up 40%. 1 and 2 are stable. Up to flex. A little bit down pressure in just to stop premature rotation. 80 knots. V1 rotates. Positive right, gear up. Go. Now clear of Athens, so keep on climbing. Just make a right hand turn now, get ourselves en route. Zoom out on the ND slightly as well, just so we can get a bit more of an overview of our routing. Turn to the right. Flaps up. 200 knots. Throttle climb. bumpy. We'll turn on the anti-icing, given that the sim is very harsh and freezing. Thank you very much there to Analos, sponsor. Much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Right, autopilot sets. That's all fine. That's all fine. 3,000 feet per minute. Right. Aircraft knows what it's doing. Again, thank you, Analos. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for coming to sponsor. You are a star. We're now on autopilot. Aircraft flying stable. That's 8,000. We'll switch over to standard altimeter. And then we'll take command now, rest away to Larnaca. A bit cloudy at the moment, but that's only close to gets to Cyprus. But hopefully the sunset in about 50 minutes. So it's going to look fantastic tonight. I'm also going to build up a storm there. And, we'll be careful regarding the freezing the aeroplane. 250 knots, passing through 6,000. Again, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator, just Ali. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Did you go on Greek Lines? Yes, in real life and in sim. I've been to Limnos, the real life Armour 3 island of Altis. So back in May, I went there in real life. Spent about 5 days there, from Friday to a Wednesday. And yeah, I mean, it was a very, very good place to stay. Beautiful island, very beautiful island. So I'm definitely going to return there again one day in the real world. Maybe sooner than later, actually, because I mean, well, it's quiet, it's peaceful, it's small. The views from the castle, the fortress, is fantastic, and so yeah, I've got a soft spot for these areas. Right, I've set the altimeter now to standard, which pass through transition. We'll keep on climbing. We'll join the Greek islands as we head to the east. We're using IVAO MF5. We're using IVAO, not that sim. If you'd like to track our flight, you can do so via the following link. I'm going to drop into chats. There we go. That there is our tracking link if you're interested in following us. Now passing through 10,000 feet, landing lights off. We'll keep the seatbelt on a little bit longer, so we're about to pass through this cloud layer. I'll turn on the cloud radar on the weather radar here. You can see a little bit patchy at the moment. Not looking too bad, not too bad indeed. Speed increase, Mach 0.6. Rate of climb down to 2,000 feet per minute. There we go. Greece, in Spain. I mean, I've only ever been to Spain once. Went to Bilbao back in March, I think it was. Actually, I think it was last year I went to Bilbao. It was last year I went to Bilbao. Went by Biarritz, and so like I say, this year I should have gone to Mallorca and where else was it? Mallorca and Malaga, but both those trips were cancelled due to COVID. So maybe next year we'll try Spain again. But unfortunately, I can't really give an opinion on Spain because I've never really been there. I'm gonna get a haircut soon because this is getting a bit annoying now. Just like one bit that droops down for no reason. Welcome, Nathan. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are you today? Turn the sign off. Actually, you can see the aircraft is flying rather stable. It's on automatic. It's fine. So that's off. We'll zoom out on the ND. And so, Larnaca, we're expecting a runway 22 landing via the Bone 1 Alpha approach. British, Miguel. I am British. Why 2,500 feet per minute, not 3,500? Because at a higher altitude test drive, the aircraft starts to slow down. And so it's a case of both maintaining speed and altitude rate of climb. You don't want to slow the airplane down too much, which is going to stall us out. You're from the UK, you've been to Crete, Corfu and Kalamata. I mean, I've only been to Athens and Limnos here in Greece. I'll probably go to Thessaloniki very soon. Maybe Mykonos, maybe Kos, we'll see. Definitely go to Limnos again. Athens, absolutely we'll go to again. Fantastic, fantastic place, very historic. going to be the second one issue that, so we'll turn off the elevator control. Larnaca is on the island of Cyprus. Larnaca is in Cyprus. That's going to really annoy me soon. I really think it's this week I'm actually getting a haircut, if not next weekend. That's better. Right, well, so far so good. The aircraft's not going to throw us in a random direction. We're flying stable. Sonia, nope, no I haven't yet test drive. Some of those places on my list of places to go to, but maybe not soon in other places. I mean, Tallinn, basically if the ticket's cheap, I'll go to Tallinn. If the ticket's cheap, I'll go to Tallinn. Group flight on 26th, we'll see about our next group flights, but I'd say we can do one between Christmas and New Year's for sure. Generally it's the last Sunday of every month, but we can change things around depending on the timing and routing, but we'll have a look. Not too bad, Nathan, not doing too bad at all. Yesterday we never made it to Larnaca, if you watched the stream. We never made it to Larnaca, so watch more videos. Right, we'll start off the ground spoiler quickly, make sure everything is set up for takeoff, that's all fine. Passing through 8,500, 185. Increase speed now to Mach 0.72. Here it's fine. No, it's not, just look at it. It's just that one little bit that just sticks out randomly for no known reason. It's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Like a hair clip or something. That's the thing with these lockdowns. I was meant to get a haircut before the last lockdown, but then, well, everything shut down. As a result, yeah, that's even worse. As a result, I kind of got left without one, so it's a bit of a mess. It's your COVID look. Here's base game. Nope, this is the A320nX add-on. This is the A320nX, which is a modded aeroplane, but works very, very good compared to the real thing. Passed through 20,000 now for level 200. Nice one, Riss. Very nice. You enjoy a new system. How much did Euro cost my setup? Well, the graphics card cost me 300. RAMs cost me another 100. That's £300. The rest of it I'd put at maybe 500. So about, if you want it in euros, about 900 euros. In pounds, about 850 pounds. 850 pounds, 900 euro. I'm going to get more expensive as I start upgrading more parts of the future. So the 3080 is still on the way, still hopefully coming soon. Motherboard and processor will be once AMD prices come down a little bit, but I'm definitely looking at the AMD route for those two, since they seem to be the more future-proof out of a lot of bond system stuff. Good evening from Malpensa. How you doing, Luca? Welcome to the channel, to the chats. This is the dev version, Friends Best Friends. This is the dev version of the A320nX. We're from Texas. Sky Tom, how you doing? Ren AMD, very nice, Sir Joseph. It's only a bit of cloud cover. Looks like there had been a storm here recently. To be fair, this time of year you do expect a little bit of a storm cover, do expect a little bit of rain. Won't use ATC. We do use ATC, Diego. I'm sure you've asked that question before. We use IVAO for ATC. We're currently on Unicorn 122.8, but we do use ATC when it is available. So it's not default ATC. Default ATC I do not touch with a barge pole. When I get a yoke, I don't use a yoke as Joseph, I use a stick and throttle. I use the Thrustmaster Hotel Sporthog. Stick, throttle. Bought both for 270, which is a massively cheap price compared to what it is now. Fortunately, I bought my stuff before the Great HOTAS Shortage, as it's now known. So, very good bit of kit, very sturdy, very, very nice. Love videos, thank you, As Joseph. What's my favourite countries to land in? I'd say any of the Nordic countries. Finland, Norway, Sweden. Those three especially, the approaches can be beautiful, especially up to the north. or around Cypriot, Finland, around the lakeland. Very, very beautiful scenery. So I'd certainly say the Nordic countries are my favourite to land at. Flight time 1 hour and 25 minutes. And looks like Warhawk, we're actually going to maybe make it this time. 3rd time's the charm. Then tomorrow we'll do Train Sim Worlds, and then the weekend we'll try and get a few flights in. So, yeah, so some stuff to look forward to. South Brom's autopilot, notice when you're in the bigger bundle because you miss your FSX. I mean, there are mods to fix it, Skating at the Park, there are mods to fix the autopilots. Otherwise, at the end of the day, Microsoft Flight Sim does need time to mature. Eventually, it will really stand out. It's early days. The more time they put into it, the more time they develop, eventually the better things get. Yes, this is the Premium Deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Sim. This is Premium Deluxe. So this includes all aircraft, all airports, everything you could think of. Welcome Patrick, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. How are you today? Passing through 28,000 now, so we're almost at cruise. Flight to Caribbean. I do plan to do it at some point soon. I do plan to do Caribbean relatively soon. Hydrate, so yes, of course, gotta hydrate. Working down the A330 model, A330 has been removed due to a few issues in the back end. A new version of the A330 is arriving very soon, so be patient, there will be a new A330 soon. You agree it may be better in time, but it should be better right now. Gonna wait 6 to 8 months for releasing. You gotta remember though, with the delays in releasing, I mean Microsoft have to get products out but they need to get products out this year to start recuperating the costs of, well, building a flight sim, which is very expensive stuff. Plus, they've got to get something out ready for console releases as well, so maybe early, but it's still technically in a early access kind of format. I'm sure once the console stuff releases especially, we'll see massive jumps improvement as well. First of all, it's kind of optimising, then it's upgrading. Personally, A377 mod, the 737 mod, I'm not sure if it's still going or still on hold, because one of the main mods people behind that project seem to have kind of pulled out from everything. So the 737, 757, 777, I'm not quite sure the status of all 3 of those. So we'll have to wait and see. A bit of thunder there, so definitely a few storm cells building up right now over Athens. White off the section control flight. So basically, you turn off the flight. If I turn it on again for a short bit, basically you'll notice the airplane starts to wobble. So basically, what happens is the aircraft's flying along its flight plan, but in order to fly straight, it tries to overcorrect it. So therefore, it corrects too much left, corrects too much right, corrects too much left, corrects too much right, and basically just wobbles the airplane because it can't quite get dead center. And so by turning off the elevator controls, what it does is it just stabilizes the aircraft and has to fly in a straight level flights. When you start descending again, turn it on because you need it to control the flight stick. But on autopilot, if you turn it off, it smooths out the flight. One thing's quite nice of it. I mean, actually, it looks alright right now, but I'm sure after a couple of minutes, or when it can turn, it just starts to wobble. It just starts building up, starts building up, starts building up. This is 1.4.2 or 3. I'm actually not too sure. I downloaded this about 20 minutes ago. Thank you to everybody for poking at me until it worked. Let's have a quick look. What version are we running? How do you check what version you're running? Customize readme, possibly. Open with. It's not worked. There you go. Notepad, is that the correct one? No. I believe it's 0.4.3, which is dev version, so yes, 0.4.3 we're running. We've just reached our cruising altitude now. Increase speed to Mach 0.8 now. I get a bit faster than that. What's the winds right now? So crosswind 23 knots. So yeah, could definitely do with a little bit of a speed up today. 9.85 by these things. This is the Microsoft version, Bogs 1. This is the Microsoft edition, Microsoft Flight Sim. You want to suggest the routes, the instructions say ping the flight number, be confused, can you clean? Okay, so ping the routes and loss. If you don't know what a flight number is, ping the route, and we'll sort something out. Do you know where the correct taxiways are for ATC sign on the ground? Do you something? So if you look at the taxiways, you'll notice like a little plaque next to taxiways, and that gives you like and that's a letter. Each letter being designated taxiway, so you can follow those around, or you can use ground charts. For example, Navigraph have set ground charts, and you can use those to follow the routings around the airport. So use ground charts or use the actual taxiways themselves to guide your way around. Hatch off on autopilot. Turn sec 1 off. So flight control sec 1, turn that off, and the aircraft stops wobbling. So yeah, getting our snack service now. Climb up the clouds. All looking good. A few flashes from below. Actually, thunderstorm. So good. How often do you fly 787? I fly 787 on a bi-regular basis, once every 2 or 3 weeks. Same as 747. Once every 2 or 3 weeks, we'll do long haul. But now that lockdown's ended in the UK, my weekends become a bit busier. So we'll do a few more long haul flights soon. But going to take a bit of a break before doing the long haul. Because I've done quite a lot of long haul recently. I've done a lot of long haul. I did Melbourne to where was it? Melbourne to Singapore. I did Helsinki to San Francisco. It wasn't too long ago I did London Heathrow to Cairo either. So I've done a couple of long hauls recently. So I'm going to try and space things out a little bit. Don't know you. Just if you're on Discord and lost, just direct message me just 5 details. Yeah, 5 details will do. That'll be more than fine. Will I get the Aerosmith releases? Yes, I will do. Absolutely, absolutely. Very excited for the CRJ release. Now, I've never been on CRJ. One day I will do. Like a lot of airplanes, one day I will. Said that to that 747. That got retired. Said that about the AC-42. That got retired. So we'll see. Yes, FlyByWire developing A380. Very excited about the future of that one. We'll have to see how that looks when it releases. But if they've done a fantastic job with the aircraft, the A320, I'm sure the A380 will be twice as good. My longest flights ever, in real life or in flight sim? Because the answers are very different between the two. My flight sim flight is much longer than my real life flights. There was an update today actually for Microsoft Flight Sim. It's made things a little bit more stable, but the A320 wobble, so it's still there. Unless you're using the A320nX mod, which does fix things quite a bit. So, if you're on an A320, A320nX, download it, it is a star. Both. So, my longest flights in real life was 4.5 hours from London and Luton to Athens. Did that last May. My longest flights my longest flight in real life should have been the flights from London to New York. That was supposed to go back in May this year, but that got cancelled due to COVID. My longest flights in Sim is a flight from London Heathrow to Perth. So I started with Heathrow, did an 18-hour flight to Perth, and then once I landed in Perth after 18 hours, did a turnaround, 30-minute turnaround, departed again, and flew over to I think it was Melbourne in the end actually. So yeah, in the end, both flights combined, 23.5 hours in all. So it was a long one. It was a long one. It was worth it, as we did a charity stream that day. There was quite a bit of money for the Red Cross supporting COVID. How do you know ATC so you can with them? So I use IVAO, Quexy. I use IVAO for ATC. And so basically it's not on a network, you can speak to other pilots, speak to other controllers, and it's just it's kind of like a simulator for real life aviation, but built on a flight sim. It's based on Microsoft Flight Sim, X-Plane 11, X-Plane 10, P3D, FSX, FS 2004. So if you're on a network, I'd recommend that about. Do you have a fix for the 748 autopilots? There's no fix for it, Alan Zhang, sorry. I mean, I use the 747 mod by Salty Simulations, but even without it, the autopilot seems to be alright. Welcome, Luciana, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How are you today? We're just about to reach a quarter of the way to our flight so far. Snacks just being served. Just under, well, just over a third of the way through the cabin so far with these snacks and drinks. Passengers being served quite nicely. Yeah, seatbelt sign is off. You passengers turned it off. A little bit tired in the cabin. Some passengers are either hungry or eating. If they're not hungry, then they're alright. Also thirsty, if there's a few thirsty people on board. So far so good. Welcome Fernando, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Are you happy with Flight Sim 1660? Yes, absolutely. 1660 runs Microsoft Flight Sim very, very well indeed. I'm not really into a 3080 for future-proofing, but if you want a relatively cheap graphics card that can run Flight Sim, the 1660 I can highly recommend. If you get a TI or a Super, even better. Is there a workaround to fix the auto throttle 787? Which issue specifically regarding wide? Which issue in particular? Fly from Heathrow to Los Angeles when A3 comes out. I mean, I was thinking more Heathrow to Johannesburg, but we could do Los Angeles. We could certainly do Los Angeles. No worries, Nathan. You take care. Have a good night. What's the name of the mod you use to cabin crew? So I use PACX. TFDi designed PACX is what I use to speak to cabin crew, as well, view them on the map. This is TFDi designed PACX. Very, very good add-on. I've been using it since my my FSX days. Thoroughly enjoy it. Looking to cluster build your new PC. What guide do I recommend? What do you mean by what guide do you recommend? I always say build your own PC rather than pre-build, but I'm not quite sure specifics as to what you're trying to say there. Trust me, Yona, your Spanish is better than mine. I can't get much further than hola. I can even ciao. Is that even Spanish? Is that Italian? Yeah, I can't speak any Spanish. My Spanish is non-existent. I speak English natively. Na mówię po polsku, na mój mama jestem po polsku. Avec na français, no l'école. I think that's trying to say, and French. Sorry, speak French through school. I'd need to spend like a day or two just kind of refreshing my French. I could do it if I practiced enough, but I've kind of forgotten that. Puhum Surmeya na Suomi. Very, very like Finnish, but again, my Finnish is so basic I could probably not hold a conversation in it. But English natively, Polish conversational, French, need to practice, Finnish, elementary level. Yes, Moon. I used well, yeah, I said I use it since FSX. I used X-Plane after FSX, and so I used PACX back in X-Plane. Yes, absolutely. Throttle is not moving. Turn off the auto throttle, wide. Turn off the auto throttle. Sup, welcome, FlyByWire A32NX. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. How are you today? What can you say in German? Thank you, Eddie, for 10 euros there. Much appreciated. A little bit for the 64 upgrades. Good to see you again. Cheers for that. Much appreciated. You are a star. Thank you very, very much indeed. Where you guys from? I'm from the UK. Could you say, for example, Guten Tag, Leon. Wie geht es dir? My German again. My German, I did German for about a year back in primary school. We didn't go much further than the basics, so no. I'm afraid my French I couldn't really give you too much info about. German, not French, German. Well, Germany was the last country I went to in terms of travel. About 2 months ago, I went to Berlin. Did a day trip there. J'aime les avions. Will the 3080 allow you to have anything on Ultra? Presumably so, Sticky Rachel says. Because right now, I mean, 660, the only bottleneck of 1660 is the VRAM. This has 6 gigs of VRAM, and this is getting maxed out. So, if we're into a 3080, you'll now have 10 gigs of VRAM to play with, and that 10 gigs of VRAM, I'm sure, will allow me to really boost my settings. So, we'll have a look. And yes, RAM is very important for this sim Warhawk. Very, very important indeed. Once you become a pilot, too expensive. Welcome to Knoxville, welcome to Stream, how you doing? What was Jats? Can you do a flight from Covington, Louisiana to LA? We could do Louisiana one day. It's a bit more central US that, but certainly we could do at some point. That's going to be Bravo Alpha. It's not quite sure the airport that one, but certainly not gonna get in the way of our route today. A little bit of orange in the sky now. Sun is slowly starting to set behind us. So far, so good. Where can you get airport charts? I mean, if you want a PAOS solution, get Navigraph. If you don't want a PAOS solution, then ChartsFox I'd recommend. For me, it's a bit awkward to get into because it requires a vaccine login, which I can use, despite the fact you can't easily suspend it. It's a bit awkward how that works, but ChartFox I'd highly recommend for a free chart solution. So if I search for the destination airport, so Lima Charlie Lima Kilo for example. Okay, not every airport's supported. Let's have a look at Athens. It's fine. That is fine. Right, so this is Athens, for example. Hang on, the aircraft's shaking around a bit. Turbulence. Turn the seatbelt sign on for a bit. So let's have a look at taxi map, for example, Athens ground, just ground instructions, aerodrome chart. So basically, there we go, this is the Athens ground charts. So ChartFox gives you all of this stuff to play with, free to use, just requires a vaccine account. It's yeah, overall not bad at all this. Bit slow, because I'm streaming as well, so streaming as well as using this is going to only slow you down. I've got a few different approach charts and terrain issues and all that. Airplane space itself. Like I say, if you use faster internet, this would be so much more useful. There we go. But I like it. Very, very useful tool. So put some stars on arrivals. We're only 2-1 arrivals. All of the fancy stuff. ChartFox, free to use. Well worth looking at. Just not every airport's included. Check out Rex Weather, now it's much improved. I'm not sure about Rex Weather. I'm definitely gonna. I'll probably likely stick with the default weather until perhaps what's it called? Active Sky gets a release. Hi-Fi Tech have always been behind the kings of weather simulation. I like Rex. Scenery-wise, Rex are very good. Airport packs. FSX, the HP airports worldwide, is a fantastic add-on. Could not live without it. But weather, Rex has kind of been second best in regards to weather. When you look at Hi-Fi Tech. I say, I love Rex, but their weather not quite up there yet. You have 8 gigs of RAM. You've really 16 gigs of RAM. Thank God you're getting RAM ready for Christmas. Very nice. I mean, I've still got my old sticks here. This is my original 16 gigs. No longer need them. I'll probably keep them one day if I have like a secondary system. I'm sure 16 gigs will come in very handy one day. That's interesting actually. Yeah, I'm sure one day 16 gigs of RAM will come very handy as spare. But for now, they live on the shelf of interesting things. Your best YouTube friend, thank you, Luca. Well, I'm glad you're best friend. Nice to have you, man. Going to take an introduction lesson in real aircraft. I think it costs about €200. 200 euros. Yeah, hang on, because I'm thinking in pounds. In pounds, you can get one for about 100, 120. So, in euros, that's about 140. Depends on where you live. Yeah, 200 euros. You get about 30 minutes of flying. They let you control the aircraft yourself, so I'd highly recommend it. If you use Flight Sim and you don't know about real aviation, but you still want to give it a go, introductory flights and maybe like red letter day stuff, I would highly recommend. Seriously, the thrill of flying a real airplane is fantastic. I've done it. I've done a couple of GA flights, I've done glider flights as well back in March. Gliding is very fun, let me tell you. Gliding is very fun. So, again, something I'll probably do hopefully rather soon. Welcome, hey there, Drawyah here, welcome to Microsoft Flight Sim, welcome James, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. You're impressed using Rex, worth the money. Let me ask, hang on, I know a guy who uses Rex worth that. I'm actually going to ask him. 2 seconds. Let's have a look. Interesting. Just ask someone who owns the add-on to update and have a look at it. If they can show me some screenshots, I'll consider. Have I done information with CJ4? Yes, I have, Elijah. I've done 2 streams with CJ4. Very fun little aircraft. I prefer the longitude, but still a very fun aircraft. Clear turbulence, so it's going to see about signs. There's no need to spam, Jacob. The answer's already been... People have answered in chat. If you scroll up, Jacob, people in chat have answered your questions. No need to be rude. What's up? Not too bad, Gabrielle. Not doing too bad. So far, so good up in cruise. Why did ATC tell you taxi and hardpoint Foxtrot and low point Foxtrots? Depends on the scenery or the sim. There could be a bit of a mix match in the setup. Which ATC do you use, Lion? Which ATC do you use? Also, which airport? Because at the end of the day, the taxiways in Microsoft Flight Sim are not real-life taxiways. They're automatically generated apart from hand-built airports, and therefore there are quite a few inaccuracies. So it really comes down to your ATC service and the sim. Welcome, All Things Aviation, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Just under halfway there now. Just under halfway there. We'll start our descent in about 20-ish or so minutes. Maybe a bit longer than that, we'll see. One thing we will do is plan our approach. We're going to land runway 22 via the Bone 1 Alpha approach. No vias inside that. So what it's going to do is going to give us like a really awkward approach in. We're going to vector in. I can tell you now, we're not going to use the default setup for that approach. We're going to vector in. More importantly, yes, so frequency has set up 110.3, so that at least will cause some problems later on. But no, we're going to use the vectors to approach today. Use your own camera, and there was F, but not on the charts. Yes, like I say, Microsoft Flight Sim taxiways are randomly generated, and therefore taxiways are not accurate to the charts in Flight Sim to real life. We're going to use autopilot guidance into 1000. At 1000 feet though, we'll then turn off the autopilot and land it. Schwanzin. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Use a drone camera. That was an F, that's fine. Got issues installing game, flight store, fancy helping me. What's up, David? What's up? Why 1000s in that rule, or would you prefer it like that? What do you mean by that? Why thousands in... is that a rule? Why thousands is that a rule? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Dick Sharp. I mean switch off autopilot, like that's... Oh no, so in reality, aircraft manufacturers, so Airbus and Boeing, and all other aircraft manufacturers plus the airlines, they encourage pilots to handstand an airplane. The only time you ever use autoland is during Cat 3 weather. And therefore, in reality, 99 times out of 100, you hand land it. You don't ever really use autoland unless, for example, well, unless the weather was really that bad, and only on runways that are capable of Cat 3 landings. Not every runway lets you do an autoland. In fact, very few runways are autoland capable. So it really it comes down to which airport you land at and the weather. But in reality, 99 pilots out of 100 will hands land the airplane from 1000. 1000, autopilot off, stable approach, mid-approach altitude sets. What's the problem with Microsoft Flight Default ATC, even though you don't really use it? So Default ATC, it's not bad, it's just not really built for this kind of aircrafts. Its altitudes don't quite work, it sends you up and down random... it needs a bit more work, basically. The Default ATC, it's alright, but it's kind of... it's a bit half-baked in some areas. And so, we'll... maybe one day, but so far I do much prefer the online networks anyway, being able to secure your own voice. Ellinair's beautiful livery, you're a PPL holder here, only recently found out there's a way to fly the big birds, even though it's only 3 pixels. Oh yes, Max, oh yes, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, to the chats. Does 747 as well see autopilot struggle to keep on course? Nope, never had a problem with that, Alan, never that problem. Before I used autolands, it'd be a hard landing. Thank you there for the choice there, Yuri. You've got a comment there, it's really small. You fixed plain texture or the problem? The problem, I don't know. I downloaded a different livery pack, and the different livery pack has it working, so I genuinely don't know what the different issue was. My only guess, and that's coming from someone who's actually part of the liveries pack server, is that there was an issue with the alpha layer, and that's the white background texture was not properly set. As a result, the guidelines are still visible and it just glitched out the aeroplane. So something to do with the guidelines, but downloading livery from somewhere else seems to have fixed that problem. But something to do with the guidelines. Is there an ARC mod that you recommend? What do you mean by an ARC mod, Elijah? An ARC mod. Nice Clouds, do you have settings, graphics on high or ultra? So my settings are a mix of high and ultra. So the clouds specifically are on ultra right now, but my settings are a bit of a mix to get the sim at an optimum level. Never use presets, always use custom settings. Is there an ATC mod? Yes there is, Elijah. I use IVAO for my custom ATC, so we're currently choose to 126 display Unicom. There's no control at Larnaca right now, we may get on later, but we use IVAO for our ATC. Welcome Abdullah, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Too far now from arrival, not too far at all. Just going to slowly reduce speed again. Curious to arrival, we're pretty much on par now. Timing. One day fly Munich to Rome. I mean Munich to Rome. No, I've done Frankfurt to Rome. But Munich to Rome is certainly possible. Certainly very possible for like flying something more Central Europe. Maybe Lufthansa flight one day. Auckland to Queenstown. Should do more Australia, not Australia, New Zealand. I should do New Zealand. I had New Zealand back in my head. I know the New Zealand, and yet Australia came out of my mouth. Yes, I do need to do a lot more flights to New Zealand because it's a very, very beautiful country. Especially South Island. South Island is sublime. Favourite airline livery? I like the old Air Canada. Nokia, I like the birds. There's one aircraft. There's one airline in Africa, Kulula, something like that, who have the very funny livery, like the label. You reckon you remember your first flight in this game? Got to 14,000 feet. Said you were overspeeding at 20 knots. And you're like, you realised the gear was down. Simple mistake. Simple mistake. My favourite aircraft is 50. My aircraft is the 747. Can't go wrong with 747. You'd like to donate or send 100 BWP right now, but donations not allowed in your region. I mean, like I say, donations I'm not ever going to ask or beg. I'm never going to ask or beg for donations. I mean, I just a hobby. Whatever you guys throw at me is just extra. It's like, seriously. I mean, like I said, the support you guys have shown me recently has been outstanding. A year ago, I'd never been able to see myself in this position. A year ago, it would have been a very different setup. So, yeah, I've got a lot of people to thank in this channel. I've already answered your question, Abdullah. There's no need to spam it. In fact, I'm going to mute you now because it's just constant spam. Constant. Have you used the Mortal Love livery? No, I haven't yet. No, I haven't. Would a 3070 run this Ultra? 3070, absolutely, Cole. Absolutely. Maybe not everything Ultra, but you'd get quite a fair bit up there for sure. Yeah, for 2060 you can do it. A 3070 should get you very close. Can you say something in Polish? No możemy mówić po polsku. No nie jest bardzo dobre. Moja jest po polsku. Nie mogę. What's conversation? The thing with my Polish vocabulary is like I can put sentences together, but I'll miss out on one or two words that make or break the sentence. And so, like I say, nie mogę mówić po polsku. Nie rozumiem bardzo. Nie czytałem. Nie może czytałem. Nie bardzo. Even if you're playing this like a month long, you'll never get... Oh yeah, the clouds are fantastic. Clouds fantastic, the visual fantastic. The sun stays setting on us now, so you get to watch the sunset. Setup tour, not going to happen title because my system is boring. Boring AF. It's a desktop computer, 2 monitors, a stick, a yoke. That's it. Keyboard. You deserve tips, but a lot of effort entertainments. I mean, like I say, people who support channel, and even just watching, massive thank you to everyone who shows any form of support. That was good, thank you very much. Bardzo dziękuję, Bartolomier. Bardzo dziękuję. If you ever fly more, want to Liveries flat at Seattle, maybe one day. Graduating to Larnaca, reach Cyprus. Welcome, George. How are you doing? I was going to say Yassas there, but Yassas is Greek, not Cypriot. They're similar languages, but I don't think Yassas quite applies there. Have you seen the EFB screenshots from A320nX? I've seen some screenshots. I've not seen it in too much detail, but like I say, the FlyByWire team, what they're doing, well, anything they do is fantastic, so I've got hopes, very high hopes. Crossing you, see your cockpit, Lankas. Oh, hang on, let's have a look on the weather. Heavy weather. Is that you there? Olympic Airlines 256. I presume that's going to be you then. And that's us. Looking for tracking link. That there is tracking. Same thing. Okay. 9 Greek. Cheers for that. Enjoy myself, ladies. Good here, Philip. Do you like the A321,000? It's a big aeroplane, that. My brother's actually been on one, I think. Was it 1,000 or 900? My brother has been in one of those. When is the next freeware model flight with the 21.744? 321, not sure yet, Tram, because the autopilot glitch. That one is going to have to wait a little bit longer. As for the 744, probably soon. Weather is default. We support you, Drawyah. Gives you the thrills when you see channel notification on your phone. Keep it up. Cheers for that, Aubrey. Much appreciated. Mod for PACX. I use PACX, Peter. It's literally called PACX. PACX. This is the mod. I'll even drop a link to it if you want it in chats. Very good add-on. TFDi Design, who are a fantastic developer. Highly, highly recommended. By far the best passenger simulation add-on out there. How's your day today? Not too bad, JK. Not too bad. It's Thursday, so weekend's not too far away now. Can't get FlyByWire to work properly. Download the latest dev version. The dev version update today is working. Joysticks, I use the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Noise Warhawk, thank you very much for the suggestion. Thank you very much for supporting. I think actually maybe you're either my longest running or my second longest running channel subscriber. Not subscriber, member. I look at the stats. You're definitely a long runner there, Warhawk. So, as always, your support is massively appreciated. PACX is a £30 payment. It's one-off payment, not subscription. You pay it once, £30, keep it forever. You have to upload your own A-Turtle, but You have to upload your own Turtle, although that's down to the fact that TFDi Design don't own the audio samples and stuff, but you can download them off of YouTube for free. I mean, they're very, very easy to find. If I go to my own PACX folder quickly, I mean, boarding music, I've got Air France, ANA, American Airlines, Aegean. I've got a fair few boarding musics. And for safety demos, I've got pretty much every airline I've flown in the sim day to start. No, very good airline PACX, highly recommended. Going cabin, there's no real cabin, Abdullah, apart from just black void of nothing. Apart from just the standard window views. Although I've got to start thinking about descent shortly, because I'm not too far now from approach. How long to go? 120 miles. There's the airport. 35, 369, 5, 10, 15. 105 miles to start descent. 105 miles. Yes, Scooby. Autopilot works no problem. Again, there's no need to spam, Abdullah. You've already been muted once. Next time, permanent ban. Please don't spam. One day going Munich to Rome. Please, again, next time I see that, Abdullah, I'm just going to mute you. I don't mute, I don't ban people. Rarely do I do that. I hate doing it. Can you fly one day snow scenery? I've got a plan to do snow scenery quite a lot this month, Luca. Maybe I'll try and do an Alaska flight as well, somewhere up north. Maybe try and do a bush flights. We'll have a look, but almost certainly we'll do something like that for sure. Might come back to my flight sim. Absolutely, Scooby. Absolutely. You look hungry. I mean, I've already had dinner today. I've already eaten all my meals. It's now 9:30 in the evening. End stream. Watch the Ashen's advent calendar. Probably go to bed. Christmas Islands, maybe one day. Is V9% working? No, Wasp. No, it's not. You know, like the announcements, do you have to use your own voice? Or can you so, Turty, you don't have to use voice. You can just use a preset here. So if you go to interaction menu, you get a selection of generic messages that it already has with it. So you can use your own voice, or you can use the interact with passenger crew menu and use the pre-recorded stuff. PACX comes with everything for what you want. Welcome. I'm just going to call you Sabu, because, hang on, is that an I or an L? It's an L. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, but welcome Sabu, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How are you today? Or just Cyprus, Silverlucky when you land. Silverlucky would be a good shout. Or from Greece, we've got some Ouzo. 42%. Very, very strong stuff. This. That's very strong stuff as well. very strong, but nice. Very, very nice. What joystick do I use? I use a Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Actually, I'll say this was actually given to me by a guy who went to... Which island did he go to? He went to... It wasn't Kos. It wasn't Mykonos. It was Crete. He went to Crete for a couple of days. Did a long walk. I'm not drunk this stuff yet. I haven't drunk yet. It's just sitting there. Well, I'm running out now. I might just buy one for myself later. It's very nice. No, I'm not drink flying today. That was my flights in America about a week ago. That was the drunk flying one. No SE image. There isn't any hijacking mods. Never has been. There will be. Should do a group flight with XP72 while drinking Jamaican rum. Is that where he's from? XP72. Is that where he's from? Jamaica. So I know he lives in the US. He's the former cabin crew. I'm not sure which island he works. I think it was Delta or United he works for, but I'm not quite sure too much about his aviation past. But then again, he hasn't really been cabin crew for a couple of years now. If it was before September 11, he was. I don't know. I'll talk to him one day about his past. He's got quite an interesting history of aviation. Right, let's start our descent now. Let's prepare ourselves for landing soon. We're into this actually. That's right. So we need to descend down to 4,000. 1,500. Okay, so actually no. 1,500. I'm gonna start the descents. Slow down. 9.72, 74 actually. 5,000. Ah, come on, Drawyah. There we go. Set you. Descent at 1,800. Let's get going. It's 1 hour 25. Who is it? 1 hour 25, Abdullah. Should we have asked that question already? Do you use the tools to find raw line routes, or do you make them up? So I use SimBrief for my routes planning. Flight numbers and all that, I use Google Flights, but SimBrief is my routes add-on for waypoints and that kind of stuff. J-Aviation, J-Aviator. Very nice. Welcome to Twitch. Sam's coming to town, so Joy's coming to Larnaca. Currently do longer flights. Longest was Auckland to Dubai. Like I said, I should have gone to America. I will do a long flight one day. My brother wants me to go one day with him to Tokyo. So Tokyo I'll certainly be doing in the future. I don't know. We'll see. There's plenty of time. There's a rumour that Standard Edition does have multiplayer. Well, they're all lies, Tassie. Standard Edition does let you use multiplayer. No problem. I should try SimToolkit Pro again. I keep saying one day I will use SimToolkit. I'll use it one day. I just never sat down to use it, but one day I will. Want to see what channels fly using Flight Mapper, FPS SimBrief? Yes. Just bought Microsoft Flight Sim Deluxe Edition. Don't know where to begin. A new Flight Sim. Check out some tutorials. Sabu. Check out some tutorials. I mean, I've done a few of them. There are quite a few other good ones as well by Squirrel out there certainly. XP72's on a couple of good ones as well, so look out for tutorials. Load out there. One day you'll find something out there that'll match your style. The edge of my line coming in front of you. Very nice, George. What to do when you have no departure style in Flight Sim that AT's given you? If it's not an ATC, fly direct. Lion, you should be alright. .65. Slow things down as we continue our descent. Pass through 30,000. 29,000. gave you my heart the very next day. He gave it. It's on eBay. I was not expecting that. This year, to save me from tears, give it to someone special. How does we land? About 37 minutes do we land? 37 minutes. I have flown some real aircraft. I've only flown light aircraft and gliders. Nothing bigger than Icarus C-42. Flew to costs 710 last month. We're shocked to find down the runway like that. I expect you to presume. Which airline? Which airline? Can you sing Forever Young again? To be fair, I all started when I started singing the Finnish anthem. Just out of random, I started singing the Finnish anthem. That Finland video ended up all over the news in Finland. If you search Drawyah into Google and go to the news section, you'll find like 3 articles from Finland about my flights from what was it, Helsinki to the Islands, St Mary, something like that. I can't remember the airport's name on the island, but that video did rather well. 3CH, that's an airplane this sea. Very nice. TUI Airline 7810. Does TUI have 7810s? No, surely not. I'm surprised they even have 787s. I mean, that's a 787. They have 788s. Yes, they've got 788s. So surely not 787s. Yeah, EGF A320neos. Yes. 2 789s and 10s. Interesting. Okay. I didn't even know they had 787s. We're passing through 24,000 now. 80 miles to go. Hey, very nice flight regards from Sweden. Thank you very much, Dieter. Thank you very much. I think you should just open a Discord channel where everyone can just sing Kumbaya, my lords. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. This is what you guys have done to me. Yes, ran over all the 225 maxes. The orange polo returns. Oh yes, the orange polo. I don't even know what brand it is. I didn't even check in the end. First I went on the flight channels, the Helsinki San Francisco flight is recommended. Very nice Conro. I mean, this flight's a bit shorter than Helsinki to San Fran. Just a bit shorter. Just a bit shorter. By far the best singing Microsoft Flight Sim pilots. Cheers. Don't worry, I'm here all night. Yeah, there you go. You don't do flight requests anymore. You do them in song requests. Alright, so once we get to Odessa, we're going to switch over to manual vectors for flying. Seatbelt sign on. 20 seats, please. I should fly to Latvia one day. One day. Great singing draw. Why is there such a big difference between ETA and its arrival? So ETA is as the crow flies. So if I flew at this speed, at this altitude, in a straight line, I'd get there in 11 minutes, 12 minutes. The expected arrival is based on the passenger information. So passengers expect flights to be 1 hour 25, and therefore that's been counted down since 1 hour and 25 minutes. So ETA is kind of like a roundabout sum until top of descent. Once you start descending, that will start to extend and extend until it gets a more accurate time. So one is as the crow flies, the other one takes into account the routing and all that. You suggest I do Singapore to New York. I mean, that's a long one, that. I do plan to sleep every once in a while. What vertical rate do you use for the manual descent? I use 2,000 feet per minute. 2,000 feet per minute descents. If you go to my tutorial on how to descend landing A320, I go into a bit more detail about that. Essentially, if you descend 2,000 feet per minute at 250 knots, you'll lose 30,000 feet in about 80 nautical miles. Throttle setting, you don't use manual throttle, always auto throttle, and it sets to the climb position. Throttle sets to climb. How can you fly direct? So if you go to the MCDU, head to the DIR button direct, push it, select a waypoint, and then you fly direct. So DIR stands for direct. Paris to Montreal. I mean, like I say, generally I'll leave the flight recommendations up for channel members and Twitch subscribers, or if a load of people say the same routes, then I'll do that one. But ultimately, the thing is, I get so many flight requests in, I just kind of segregating them out, separating them out. So, for example, Milan to Rome, I'll do absolutely one day. Singapore to New York, maybe one day if I plan to suffer. Like I say, certainly I could do flights from Paris to Montreal, 3:30, one day. Near 20 KTF, so we're at 24,900 subs at the moment. Flaps right now, no flaps at the moment, Dieter, no flaps. We're way too fast, way too high for flaps. But once you get to about 12,000, we're going to reduce our rate of descent, spoiler slow down, and at 10,000, we'll start setting up our flaps. Do you prefer to fly in Europe or the USA? I prefer to fly in Europe, certainly, but USA I've got no problems with. I prefer in US. We've always got some lights. I'm going to turn up some backlighting now, since we are going to be flying into the sunset. Therefore, a bit of brightness won't go amiss. There we go. Just helps with visibility, that. You want to try IVAO? Does anyone know? Let's try IVAO, but need to know. What's up, Josh? How do you enter a holding pattern for clearance to land? So if you go to a waypoint, so for example Daros, select holds, check the inbound course and turns and all that, and then press insert. With that, you can use a holding loop. Tap Air Portugal. Ah, very nice, Bruno. Welcome to the chats. Done a couple of Tap Air Portugal flights in the past. Not too recently, but certainly I have done a couple of trips in Microsoft Flight Sim. And if I fly to America, probably end up flying tax. The ticket's so cheap. We'll stop over in Porto. Singapore to New York for the drunk pilots on a Discord server, karaoke on New Year's Eve. You guys really want me to drink this stuff, don't you? You really want me to drink this stuff. And Jared. Can't forget Jared on board, of course. That's stuck in my head now, thank you for that. Do you use the MCDU? Absolutely, Josh. Abso-effing-lutely. You never do a flight without the FMS in any jet aircraft. Chill flights? Oh yes, Bruno. All of my flights are chill. There are streamers out there who take things ultra serious. There are streamers out there who will hype up every big small moment. I just sit here to relax. I fly. I enjoy it. Have a few good laughs with the chats. I'm here to enjoy myself. That's the story of this channel. I'm here to enjoy myself. Some don't like the less serious nature, but hey. Winter's coming. There should be a request de-icing at airports. Maybe one day. Certainly. Cheers to that, Code Yada. Thank you very much. You're a star. Thank you for supporting. I'm waiting for GSX. GSX will certainly include de-icing equipment. We'll be sure to have a look at that. Judy Dog comments. Let's have a look if you even made it through. Sometimes the Twitch or the hang on. I tried. There you go. Channel positive. You hear the channel positive. Like channel. So bad. Oh, no worries about it. Bad English, Daniel. More than understandable. Thank you very, very much for supporting the channel. You are a star. Does the ATC column button work on the MCDU? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And we're about to pass through 10,000 now, so probably have to start focusing a little bit more. Yes, I know, got to start focusing. It's just me able to draw anything on Britain's Got Talent. It's not going to happen, I'm afraid. I've been to the finals of X Factor. Been to the finals of it's the one that Raksu won. Back when I worked at another company that got free tickets for that. Thanks for your good videos. Notice that some of your videos you have managed to get real world liveries. IVAO, Peter. IVAO. IVAO's complete model matching, and therefore uses the liveries for the aircraft. So you go to the start of the stream at Athens. To our left, you saw an A320 in Iberia colours. IVAO does all of that. GSX, Ground Services X, is a ground add-on. Ground service add-on. There's like stairs, buses, gate equipment, all that kind of stuff. Very good add-on. Highly recommended. I know. I'm not actually. No, I went as an audience member to the X Factor final. The final as an audience member. I didn't go as an actual singer. No, that's not me. That's not me. Although someone who actually did make it to the finals actually lives down the road from me. I'm not going to say which contestant it is. She was the most annoying of all the... actually, was it Britain's Got Talent or X Factor? I can't quite remember. All I know is that she did rather well and ended up actually getting a deal with Psycho Productions to do a song. She's an interesting fella. Don't forget juice speed to 250. Oh yeah, we're already at 240 right now. We're at 240 knots. So we're going to ignore this complicated approach in because this sim doesn't... Whoops. Yeah, it's not quite there yet entirely. The also pilots and star set up. So we'll turn on the landing lights, taxi lights set, turn off lights, no need. Right, let us have a look at the flight plan 2 seconds. What kind of approach is this? Yeah, if we beeline it to Foxtrot India 22, so we'll beeline it to 22, insert that, give it a second, there we go, that's better. So we're going to beeline it, use vectors coming for a slightly wider approach. That's there we go. We are connected to the localizer at Larnaca. I've got to out of don't I? Let's have a quick look at the local meter. Uh, 005 knots. That's fine. 6,000 visibility. A few clouds at 2,000 cloud base. 16 degrees left, go 2.14, 1018. Okay, so it's not too bad. Bit of low visibility. Nothing we're going to have too much of a problem with. We set up our approach days now, so 1018. Temperature 816. Altitude is 005. Transition, well, very missed transition, but it was 11,000. Use config 3, decision 450. And that's complete. Who's Takeoff over there? Who are you? Who are you? Not sure. They're looking like they're an IVAO user. So we can map. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that is, but they are someone coming to approach. Decision height, all on charts. All provided via charts. If it disappears to the line, I'm not too sure, I'm afraid. I'm not entirely sure. Passing through 7,400. In a couple of moments, we'll start getting ready to lower the flaps. We'll leave it at 240 knots for a little bit longer. But not It's too much longer. Use medium braking for a short-ish runway. Yep, there's an aircraft behind us. I'm using a GTX 1660 card hitching and 1660 graphics card. Zero fuel weight, centre of gravity does differ. Yes, it does differ. Depends on the centre of gravity aircraft. To go through my A320 startup tutorial, in the main menu of the sim, you can actually see the centre of gravity before you start. We're using flaps. Did I say flaps 3 config? Okay, yeah, I need to set that up then. So we'll set up the flaps 3 config on overheads. May get a terrain radar, we'll have to see. Hopefully the glides up to us alright. Only OGs remember Honey Juju. I remember Honey Juju. Well, it's Honey G actually, not Juju. When you say honey, I say G. Honey. Honey. Yeah, that was an annoying year. Once you flaps 3, as you descend, as you slow down, use different flaps. Is there a way to fix the speed back by heading? The A320 doesn't have it. 747, 787. 787 actually don't have that bug for me. 747, no way to fix it. I'd choose manual throttle for that one. Oh yeah, you can't bash Susan Boyle. Susan Boyle was a living legend. Is still a living legend. Right, flaps. Not yet actually. Not yet. Flaps 1. Do the flight plan. So hopefully directs to. Shouldn't do that. That's fine. So we'll just vex ourselves in anyway. So flaps 1. Due speed's 220 knots. Passing through 4,000 now. Welcome to the how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chats. Uh, 1650, I'm not sure about the 1650 aviation. Right, that's a card I don't have too much info about. Yep, Larnaca's Salt Lake's on my right. And that right there is oh, Larnaca. Another 20 minutes expected arrival, so doing alright. Remove the bottom line of the E, and it looks like a rip-off Thin Air. I don't think so. Ellinair, maybe. So yeah, that's the approach. So again, it's a very almost awkward approach. Not really awkward, it's just the way I've kind of got it in. Increase our descent rate slightly. Steady airplane down to 170. Make a right-hand turn now. Cabin crew, seats for landing, please. Seats for landing. Got even the mouse scroll in that. So 190 we'll make a right hand turn to. In a second, we'll go down to flaps 2. So the descent rate as well. Tell you what, localize mode sets. Flaps 2. Reduce speeds to our approach at where are you? Performance 126. Quite slow approach that. 126. Approach mode set. So let the aircraft do all the work now. At 7 miles with our landing gear. Okay, gear down. That's 3. Cabin check. Sets the... Oh, we reset that. So cabin check. That's better. Spoilers armed. Flaps we're not going to use 4 since we're using flaps 3 for landing. Right, time to fly down the glide slope, I guess. One thousand. Pilot activates. Miss approach altitude set. We're a bit better glide slope, so we're going to level the aircraft off at this stage. Since coming in basically over the coastline, it's a very shallow glide slope, this one. And therefore not going to be too far off of it. There we go. Very beautiful approach, this. Very beautiful approach.
Minimum.
Minimums. Ooh, who are you? Where are you going? Glad you turned out of the way.
300. 200. 100.
Committed. We are committed.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Reverse thrust sets. knots. 80 knots. Reverses cut. We missed that ton of points. We'll go for the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 6 p.m. and it's currently about 16
Well, that
degrees
was
Celsius.
a wildlife approach, that.
You can now use your mobile device
Very good for Sunset 2.
to stop and the
Very
seatbelt
good.
sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check
Right.
your itinerary to ensure a
APU
smooth continuation
start.
of your journey.
Taxi lights set. Landing lights off. Flaps up. Time was just in front of us here in Larnaca, so it shouldn't be a very long taxi today. Get aircraft stand, and then route to an end. Bus like usual, of course. To be fair, I mean, like I said, the more I fly Microsoft Flight Sim, the more use I've got to landings now. The flight dynamics, not perfect, but they're a lot easier now to kind of, how to judge when coming to land. If you go back to my first couple of landings, I think the worst landing was by far the one I did in Inverness, my very first Microsoft Flight Sim A320 video. Since then, landings have massively progressed. I believe this is our stand. Yes, it is. So, here's where we're going to park up today. It looks like we have got the Manda 1s today. Turn off the taxi lights, we're not going to blind the poor guy. other ones should have come visible any seconds now. There we go, perfect. So a bit to the right. And halts. Parking brake sets. APU is available. APU bleed sets. Engines off. We'll turn the dome lights. Ah, that's appeared. That never appears. Well, apparently you had no takeoffs in this flight. You had a daytime landing, which is fine. Athens to Larnaca, 1 hour 18 total. That's all fine. Right. So where is it? Dome lights on. Turn off the anti-ice. Beacons off. That's fine. Right, seatbelt sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Larnaca. We hope you enjoyed your flight today, Ellinair. We hope to see you again in the very near future. Otherwise, we wish you a safe onward travel to your next destination or to home. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. Yes, ground marshals are default in the sim. Ladies and gentlemen, not every sim has one, but they are defaults. Right, let's call the jet bridge over now. Give it a few seconds. Give it a few seconds, there we go, jet bridge caught. Ah, there it is. Perfect. Right. In a couple of moments, we'll get ready to disembark the aeroplane. Are you happy to keep it 737? Yes. Keep it sim looking rather good at the moment. Actually, there are a lot of good 737s on the way, I must say. Microsoft Flight Sim will definitely be an aircraft, or sim full of the Boeing workhorse. So let passengers disembark. We'll go through the end of flight report as well, if you want to stick around for that. It was, like I say, that was an overall decent little flight. While we're here, let's try to kind of enjoy the nighttime scenery of Larnaca as well. It's default airport terminal, this. A little bit of lighting just over the horizon. There's an aircraft over there. They're going to start departing shortly. Have to go around. There's an aircraft to my right. Anything else around? I can hear another jet engine. No, yeah, there's an aircraft just coming in now as well. And then there is our... yeah, I don't know. It's like the stands doesn't quite reach the aircrafts. Doesn't quite reach it, does it? If it doesn't, oh well, we'll just make do without. Right, so this is about deboarding now.
We'll see what we can do. No promises.
There we go, so people leaving the airplane, that will slowly filter routes. We go to end flights, so they go Ellinair 229 A320neo from Athens to Larnaca, 1 hour 18 total, 2050 departure time, departed 2041, 2215 arrived, 2200, so far so good, 132 passenger board, 92 satisfaction, 95 feet landing rate of 1 hour and 28 minute block time. MiG-29. Who's the MiG-29? I missed something. I missed something. I mean, they're real people, you see, so perhaps... that's an A320. What MiG-29 are you looking at? Have I missed... oh, surely I've missed something. Right, well, like I say, end flight report. I'm going to drop into the chat. So, view records, you online, close you, close you, close you. Give it a second to load. Loading, loading, loading. There we go. So you want to check the end flight reports? There is the link. Otherwise, yeah, I think that now pretty much brings us to the end of our stream today. So that was an Ellinair flight from Athens to Larnaca. That was Microsoft Flight Sim House in the Sunsets. So we had a wind Not sure about that, Ludwig. Wing dip has been fixed. Can you update the A320neo planes? At some point I will do, yes, and I've changed that. When I make the video, next video will be tomorrow. I'm doing Train Sim Worlds. Give it a few seconds, Yuri, or refresh the page, it will load. This needs to upload. The landing rate add-on is FlyLive Studio. The Ground Marshal is default in the sim. No mods for the Ground Marshal that. Right, well, like I say, that's pretty much now at the end of our stream today. So, thank you all for watching. You take care. Have a good night, wherever in the world you are. And yes, because it's still stuck in my head, we'll go for an encore. Kumbaya, my lords, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lords, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lords, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Take care, goodbye. I'm done with you guys now. Have fun.